Good Friday morning, everybody. Hope you are well today. Just want to talk real quick about the armor of God. And it's so profound to me that this stood out to me for some odd reason. And I had to do a devotional this morning in regards to what Paul says about the armor of God. And it says verse 10. So we're looking at Ephesians 6, verse 10. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might. Listen to this, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of God. And if you skip down to verse 13, after Paul talks about we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. We wrestle against principalities, darkness, the evil of the world, and Satan's schemes and temptations. He says it again in verse 13. Therefore, take up these four words, the whole armor of God. You know, in the Marine Corps, when we went to battle in 2005, we went overseas to go to war. Our leaders didn't say, hey, just pick up your weapon, leave the other stuff there, you're not going to need it. No, they said, equip yourself with every piece of armor that we have trained you to wear, that we have trained you to go into battle with, because you never know what the enemy's going to throw at you. And I believe Paul is telling us here in such a profound way, because he goes on to say it again, that the word is our sword, that we have a breastplate, a helmet, the shoes we wear. We have all these things that God gives us by reading the word, that we can equip ourselves. We can put these pieces of armor or these bullets or these weapons in our holster and be ready on any given day. Why? Because we're putting on the whole armor of God. What kind of man or woman goes to war with just one piece of armor? None that I know of, unless they know that they want to die. So Paul is reminding us how important the armor of God is. He's saying, equip yourself with the whole armor of God. Go into battle, head on with the enemy. Don't turn your back and run. It's pretty awesome if you read this in Ephesians 6. He never once speaks of a piece of armor that covers our back. Why? Because we as believers, as Christians, as those who have Jesus living in us, we don't run from the fight. Why? Because he who is in us is greater than he who is in the world. Jesus didn't turn his back on the cross. No, he spread his arms wide open because he knew what he had to do so that we could fight that battle, because he lives in us. So think about that today, guy. Go read Ephesians 6, starting at verse 10 and all the way through verse 20. Just beautiful, beautiful picture that Paul paints about this armor of God that we need to equip ourselves with. Have a blessed Friday and a blessed weekend. I love you all.